Yeah, this is Life with Tapa. Welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to talk about life in the trenches. Certain things that happen in the BOP that is, you know, real graphic. If you can't really take things like this, I don't think you need to watch this one. But this is kind of a little bit graphic. Uh, I was in the county jail one time, and an individual took a dude's shoes. He was a Christian. He became a Christian when he came in. He converted to Christianity. The situation with him was, when you're a sheep amongst wolf, you got to be careful because anything that you have, they will come get it. So I was in the county jail one time, and this individual, he lived next door to me, but his thing is the more to rob dudes, take things there from them, and all of that type of stuff. I wasn't really into all of that, but anyway, that's a long story. This individual, he happened one day, this Christian dude, he ended up to go into the dude room. The way he got into the dude room is that the dude went to took a shower, and when he came out the shower, he was a Christian. This was in the county jail with DC jail, and the individual who came out the shower, he went in his room and he realized his shoes was gone, and he was wondering why his shoes was gone. Who took his shoes? So he went to one of his Christian brothers, and his Christian brother told him, "Man, that dude right there stole your shit." He pointed actually to the individual who took the shoes. The Christian dude, he went up to the dude who took the shoes from him, and he asked the dude if he took his shoe. The dude told him, "Get your bitch ass away from my door. Get your bitch ass away from my door." He automatically removed himself from that individual door. That's the wrong thing he did. Because at the same time, any shoes that he get, the same individual gonna come take it off his foot. But anyway, make a long short short. What he really should have did at that given time was knock that nigga out, win, lose or draw. Cause he'd have known once he'd have knocked him out or tried to knock him out, at least defend himself, he'd have been all right. So what happened to him after that is ridiculous. It's out of this world. They took his shit every time he got commissary. They took his shit. He becomes like a cold-blooded bitch. And being in the BOP or being in a county jail is not something that you want to be known as a cold-blooded bitch. That means you won't defend yourself. And if you won't defend yourself, you ain't a man. This could happen to anybody loved one that's in the system or got locked up in the county jail, because this could happen. This is just life. The individual, anyway, when he asked the man about if he took his shoes, the man told him, "Get your bitch ass away from my door. Now, nigga." And he got the fuck away from the door. It is what it is. The man just took his shoes. After the man, he told the man, the dude who robbed the shoes from him, told him to get the fuck away from his door. He asked me if I want to buy the shoes. I told him, "I'm good. I don't want no shoes. I'm good. I got enough shoes right here." At the time, I had like 12 tennis shoes, and I didn't touch one of them. He ain't never going to touch one of them because he know what I'm going to do to him. He know exactly the intense pain that's going to come from fucking with one of these shoes. He ain't going to never come in that room. But true to the whole MPE, how can I put it? Between the DC system and the BOP system, they scare DC niggas. But the thing about DC niggas, they don't gonna respect man. If you ain't no man, they ain't gonna respect you. And that's just facts. I'm just telling you how it is. If you ain't man, they ain't not respecting you. They don't care where you from. You could be from the East Coast, the West Coast, the Midwest. That's what it is. They're not gonna respect you. If you ain't man, dudes from DC ain't gonna respect you. Street niggas from DC, to be exact. They're not gonna respect you. So you gotta be man for them dudes to respect you, especially in the BOP. That's just facts. Or in the county jail, it doesn't matter. But anyway, this dude just got his short suit took him, and he ain't did nothing about it. Nothing. So these are one of the situation. If you know you ain't really built like that, don't be wearing no fly tennis shoes in prison, and you know you ain't built like that, because now you got an individual that's gonna actually come at you and take that from you. You have to defend that. So if you know you ain't made like that, do not jump out there. Don't even do nothing where individuals looking at you like they want to come take your shit. This is food for thought, especially if you're going to be in a county jail. If you're going to basically do time, know that, because you're living around a bunch of wolves. It ain't no middle class, it ain't no upper class when you're dealing with being in prison setting. Remember that. It's a whole different setting. So you have to know how to actually carry yourself, how to move around wolves, because wolves will come for you if you don't know what you're doing. So if you're a wolf, you know how to move. But if you ain't no wolf, you're a sheep, you got to know how to move. Because if you don't know how to move, that sheep is going to get eaten by a wolf. Remember that. So you have to know how to move. Remember that. And that's when it comes to a jail setting. It doesn't matter if you're in a county jail or you're in a federal prison or you're in a state prison. It's the same shit. It's the same shit. Game don't change until the casket drop. Remember that. That's the name of also a book that I have coming out, which is going to be an ebook first. So look out for it. But the game don't change. The game don't change. If an individual actually try to do anything to you while you're in them prison setting, you have to defend yourself. Because if you don't defend yourself, people are going to look at you like you're a mackerel. Like they think you're the basic target, which that's what you want to become, the target. Anytime an individual think that you want to do something to you, you're going to do it to you. Because you didn't defend yourself. You have to defend yourself when you're in these places, because you're living amongst wolves. Remember that. Fuck what the BOP told you and all this bullshit that you want to catch a shot and all that. Your survival and living to see another day is more important. You can't afford for a nigga to be putting their hands on you, taking your commissary, all these sucker shit. You can't afford to do that. So you got to be a man. You got to be a man, because man don't respect man. Just remember that. This is life in the jungle, life in the trenches. Remember that. Man don't respect man, so you have to defend yourself. It doesn't matter if you have to take a shot, make a sacrifice. You cannot afford an individual violating, because once they violate you, you can't return back the clock. You can't reinvent that shit. You got violated. So because you got violated, you can't make sure this shit don't never happen. So they gotta respect you, no matter what. No matter what. If you like this video and you got a loved one in prison, please basically give them some input on this, so they could understand what's going on in the jail settings and prison settings. What's the difference between that? One is the county jail before you actually go to prison, and one is when you're actually really in prison. So it's two different type of settings. If you like this video, subscribe, hit the thumb button, comment, and like. This is Topping Our Black Flag. Life with Topper. Follow the movement. Chop, chop, chop. I got a whole lot of shit coming your way. Remember this. So just keep your eyes and ears open.